with fans, and I really like to thank the fans. You all make college football really special for the players. I was really proud of our players today in terms of the way they competed in the game today. I thought we came out and did a really good job on offense, scored the first, 3 or 4 possessions. Got some stops on defense. I think as the game went on, I think we got a little bit sloppy, which is something that we can learn from. The one thing the game always does is shows you very clearly where you are, who you are, what you need to work on, what you can improve on, what you did well. And we obviously did a lot of really good things well. I thought Bryce played really well for his first start. Mechie was really good. Williams was really good. I got to play a lot of players. The defense competed well in the game. I had a couple stops in the red zone, which just was a sign of how they competed in the game. Got to give a lot of credit to Miami. I had a lot of respect for, their players and their quarterback. They got really good skilled players on offense. So I was really excited. I'm sure that when we watch the film, we'll see a lot of things. There were way too many penalties. There's a lot of things that we could go through that, we'd like to get better. But those things happened more in the second half when the game got a little bit sloppy for us. And so we'll work on trying to correct those things. The one thing that was really nice out there, Trey Sanders has been through, and Liz Frank missed a whole year, got in a car wreck, missed another whole year, and there's probably nobody on our team that has had more adversity and more things to overcome. So I was as happy as I'll get out to see him score a touchdown today. Most people don't know how hard this guy's worked to try to get back as a football player. So anyway, I was really, really pleased about that.
We'll start right back here with Jeff Spiegel.
Yeah, Coach, a little bit more about Bryce Sanders' performance. First career start, I think he had 9 different targets, and how he worked back there to you.
Oh, I think Bryce did really, really well. He's smart. I think most people just look at the stats and say he was whatever he was for this many yards. But, he redirects the protection. He plays like a veteran out there. And we had the one, sack fumble, which, is something that we don't really want to have, but really not all his fault that he doesn't get protected. But I was really impressed with the way he played in the game, the poise that he played with, the command that he had. He kind of took what the defense gave and really directed the offense in a really positive way. And when we had opportunities to make plays on third down and a couple other explosive plays, he certainly did a great job of getting the ball to the right guy in the right time and the right place. So I was really pleased.
You had mentioned during the week that Miami likes to be aggressive on defense with the eyes coverage. How many of those looks did you see, and how were you able to take advantage of them?
Well, we saw them all, and especially at the end of the game, we were just trying to take the air out of it and run the ball, and they were shooting the gaps and making it pretty difficult. But that's what I alluded to before. We saw all those things, and Bryce, because of his great preparation and smart, recognized them, got the protection set the right way, so he gave himself a chance to make plays, and then we were able to take advantage down the field.
Coach, just seeing if you have an update on guys like Chris Allen and Henry and Brian Branch.
I really can't.
Speak up a little bit. Injury.
The guys like Chris Allen, Henry To'oTo'o, and Brian Branch that left the game.
Chris Allen's got a pretty significant foot injury, and they'll further evaluate, but it looks like he may be lost for the season. Henry hurt his elbow, but he'll be okay. I don't think anybody else has got a significant injury. Got some guys beat up. We got some guys that got cramps. We had some guys that needed IVs. But I don't think we have anybody else that is serious in terms of a long-term injury. Hopefully, we'll get some guys back. Damian George, an offensive lineman. hopefully LeBron Ray will be able to come back. I think DeMarco Hellams will be able to come back. So I think we're hopeful that we'll get some guys back that they dressed today, but they couldn't play. They weren't ready to play, and hopefully they'll be ready. They actually warmed up, went through pregame warm-up, but it was by design that we would not play them today, and hopefully they'll be ready for next week.
Were you pleased with what you saw from your offense on third down and then also from your defense, at least in the first half? Looks like both sides of the ball on third down played pretty well.
Well, we played really well in the first half. We had good energy. We had good enthusiasm. We did a good job of executing things. We affected the quarterback when we were on defense. They gave us a lot of stuff. They did a lot of things, a lot of formations, all the receivers over on one side, a lot of stuff that we were constantly adjusting to, and probably limited a little bit what we did because, we were trying to make a lot of adjustments. So we were trying to make it simpler for the players. But I thought we did a pretty good job in the first half, both sides of the ball on third down. Really did a nice job on offense. I mean, what did we score the first four or five possessions? And I was really pleased with that, with having 8 new starters, on offense. 3 new starters in the offensive line. Not great experience at tight end. Basically all new runners. And obviously Williams didn't play for us, but he has played a lot of college football, and Mechie and those 2 guys did a nice job today, and we got to play a lot of players.
Back up front here with Nick.
It seems like a guy like Cameron Latu really sets the tone physically. How does he do that for you guys so far in today as well?
Cameron came to Alabama as an outside linebacker, and we had a need for tight end. He also played tight end in high school, so I think before last season, I said, I think you have a lot better shot to be a tight end. You got good hands, you got great size, you're a good athlete, and he bought into it. And it's taken a little bit of time for him to develop and feel comfortable and confident at the position, but I was encouraged, and I think the success that he had today will build confidence. And I think that's really important, especially when you have a lot of new players that don't have a lot of experience. When they get in the game and they have some success, that really helps their confidence. And, hopefully it'll help them continue to develop and improve.
Hey, Nick, what did you see from Drew Sanders, and just how confident are you in him moving forward, especially with the absence of Chris Allen?
Yeah, Drew's a good player, and we've rotated those 3 guys, all through camp and all through the spring as starters. Chris Allen is a fantastic player, though, and he's a really good pass rusher, and it really was a luxury to have him and Will on the edges as outside backers. But we have confidence in Drew, and we have a couple other young players that are going to have to Dallas Turner and, some of the younger players that we have are going to get an opportunity to play now at that position as well.
2 more, we'll start over here on the right.
Coach, how would you evaluate the offensive line, specifically the center position? How do you think they did?
Well, it's hard for me to tell. I can tell you I thought we ran the ball fairly effectively until the end of the game when they were blowing everybody in the gaps, and we really didn't want to throw it. We were trying to play slow and get the game over, but I thought we were fairly consistent at the running game. I thought the pass protection was good for the most part. It was an RPO that we had the sack fumble on, so that really wasn't a protection issue. So I thought they did a good job. It's really hard when you're watching a game from the sidelines to, when we watch the film, we'll know a lot better.
Yeah, Nick, follow up on the offense. Earlier in the week, you referred to the offense as a work in progress. Did you feel like tonight reflected that, or was this maybe better than you expected?
No, I was very pleased with, when you have that many guys that haven't played that much, new quarterback and all that, you really never know quite for sure how they're going to respond in a competitive situation. But I thought they did a great job in the game, and I was very encouraged.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.